That's the difference, though.
That's the difference. That's the only difference.
That's
a big difference.
It's a big
but
difference.
that's the only difference. So that don't make me no better than you. That's why I'm talking about it. We got to build that foundation. I'm not no better than nobody because I was in the same situation. So just because I got that foundation don't mean I couldn't have got killed. Could have killed me right the same as straight bullets. Bullets don't got no name. I was still in the same situation. That don't mean I couldn't have went to jail. Even though I was the smartest or whatever the case. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying? Even though I got this foundation or whatever, how I think and how I react to certain situations based off of how somebody else might react, that don't define my fate.
Right. Mm-hmm. So do you think that if you gave, I'm going back a little bit, but if you think you gave the youth something to do to the point where they weren't throwing rocks off the roof of cars just out of boredom?
Hell yeah.
Maybe they wouldn't turn to...
Is anybody going in Beverly Hills and Sunset just throwing rocks? There's rocks around. Just because we was on a higher roof, don't mean that made us want to throw rocks.
Right.
We don't...
We had to do.
To do, sir.
Yeah.
We got these onions, we got these potatoes, and we got these
So
bricks.
about 9 o'clock, I don't even know why I'm woke. Why the am I still woke at 4 a.m. and I'm 19 years old? I'm wearing your sign out. Why am I still woke?
Right.
Well, idle time on my hands to even do this.
Right.
That's a fact.
Idle time.
Idle time is your worst enemy.
That's a fact.
Why is my mom working 4 in the morning when she can't even watch her kids? It's not my mom, you know what I'm saying? But whatever the case may be, regardless of the fact, idle time. Why does a fucking 10-year-old have so much idle time on his hand?
In certain neighborhoods.
It's the environment.
That's what I'm saying.
Environment.
There's
another thing I want to touch on, like what you explained about drill music, like how you came up in it, but you're not the creator of it, you're not the founder of it, you're a hip hopper, right? At the same time, I feel like because of all the drilling that was happening in Chicago, that term drill music came as a form of therapy.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because it's like, what other outlet we got? We got all this time on our hands. Even though this is going on in the street, we gonna go to the studio and we gonna talk about it.
Right.
And then it just happens to catch. But I understand what you're saying. Like, y'all not doing it for that.
Yeah.
Like, this is real life situation, but I feel like drill music derived as a form of therapy.
It was always a form of therapy, and I say that so much, like even in my interviews or whatever, music has always been a form of therapy. So it's like, just as much as we putting the camera in this, we damn near doing it because we know they're trying to kill us from the scene. I got my gun on me. We ain't knowing the labels finna see this. You feel what I'm saying? I'm trying to get y'all to understand from that perspective just as well. It's not about that. It wasn't ever about that. I'm telling you.
It wasn't a cultural thing.
It wasn't a cultural
Well,
thing.
not a music culture.
It wasn't a musical cultural thing like we trying to capture.
It was street culture.
It was street culture. You feel what I'm saying? So what you saying, they go hand in hand with that point.
I get you.
So how did it affect you when King Von passed?
And tremendously, bro. I love Von to death. That's my brother. Not having to do nothing with rap. No matter, it'll never be another King Von. What he did for the culture and who he was and the impact that he had, you can't duplicate that. You could never duplicate a person, a human being, regardless of whatever you could never duplicate who he was and what he meant. And regardless of that, I went to school with Von. I went to high school with him.
Right.
I actually got a relationship with him. That's my brother. We went on tour together. I put him on his first tour. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So it's like certain shit I don't even want to talk about, bro, because they'll get you want to talk about it from a industry perspective, like how you feel about. I got my own personal relationships with this nigga.
Right.
I've been knowing him since 2013, 2014, bro. We got real live years, 2012. I've been knowing this. It don't got nothing to do with no rap. You know what I'm saying? So when a asks me how you feel about King Von, should I ask the professional way or the personal way?
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I tell you, something I'm seeing. There's a narrative floating around that Herbo was growing up. He's a father. He's in a relationship. He's changing his life because of these things. Like now he doesn't want to do the street thing anymore because he's a grown man. You know what I'm saying? He's at that age, he's settling. He wants things for his kids. That's one narrative. But from what you're telling us right now, from what I'm seeing right now, it doesn't seem like you're trying to make changes right now because you've grown up and because you're a family man. It seems like you've always been down to make these changes, and people are just now starting to realize, and they're crediting you wanting to make a change to you being a family man. But it sounds like you've always been down to try to clean the streets up and
You grew up
stop
watching
with
it.
the
You grew up seeing it.
right. But some people are happy to stay in that mindset, and it takes something like having kids, getting a wife, having a family, moving to switch it up. But it seems like he's always been on that kind of time.
And kudos to that. Sometimes it do take that, and that's a blessing.
Yeah, salute. However,
But it's a double-edged sword. Because in the streets, if you were ill, there's a part of you that want people to know, yo, I'm an ill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want you to know enough that I can get in trouble for it. But I want you to know when you see me,
I'm
an ill.
I'm really that.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like in hip hop, we kind of walk a fine line, especially after the influence. Like, I'll be honest with you, yo, shout out to Jay-Z, but you kind of messed a lot of niggas up with the whole, couldn't talk about it if I ain't live it. That line was so defining to me. And as a young and knowing the older niggas that hear our raps, and they didn't like the niggas that rapped about shit that they knew they wasn't doing.
You shitting on them.
Right.
Nah, I gotta go do it. You shitting on me.
Right, exactly.
I fuck with you so much, big bro. I'm looking at you like, damn, I want to be like this. You
Right.
shitting on me. Go do something.
Right.
All right, bet. I'm finna come right back, tell him exactly what I did.
Right.
For the love of God.
No, but the thing is,
You feel me?
Yeah.
but the old heads, they wasn't entertained by your imagination. So when you spit some shit that they know, oh yeah,
And
that's
why
when
it's
you
so
got your
fucked up.
reaction.
It's the contradiction of what it is, because the reaction and the imagination become the reality.
Right.
It always was the imagination. A nigga do this shit, and this our reality.
Right.
This me speaking from this, what I gotta do every single day. I don't wanna live this shit, think about it, nothing. But I'm talking about it, because this is my reality.
Because
and
it's what's really happening.
This is what it is, and this is the imagination. So it's like what hip hop is. You could have never lived this in the imagination. If you got the imagination, everybody gonna believe you still. Do it. If you could take care of your family through this shit, I ain't knock you. I sign a rapper right now that ain't never did shit in his life. Ain't nobody gonna touch him.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a fact.
That's the beauty of it.
Right.
So it's like, for a nigga to know that, you should know that and just be like, all right, I'm gonna take care of my family through this shit. But on the same side, the same token of things, a nigga taking care of his family through some shit where he's like, I can't even make it rap until I kill a